Alita Battle Angel back in theaters and in the top 10 at the box office last weekend, as it's also released on Sky in the UK with a major newspaper covering the Alita Battle Angel sequel and the major milestone that the sequel Petition just passed. And James Cameron reveals what his guilty pleasure is during the lockdown, while we talk about how Emma Watts' departure at Disney potentially jeopardizes an Alita sequel. The Doctor is in. What's up guys, Doc Ito here. Remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any free repair. And consider subscribing to the second channel where we're looking at Alita content in depth and the history of Fox Studios before Disney removed the Fox name from everything. All linked below. So first let's talk about this sequel petition. We are now over 150,000 signatures. Let's get to 200,000 and it's actually accelerating. So we were getting about 200 to 300 votes a day, signatures a day, and now we actually are getting much higher rates as we cross the 150,000 threshold. So this is a big moment for Alita Army, for Alita fans, as the petition is skyrocketing and on its way. More and more people are watching the movie and more people want a sequel, and this message is resonating with fans. This is a time for us to come together and see some kick-butt action with Alita, and we want to see Alita Battle Angel Part 2, Fallen Angel, of course. And Alita passing this threshold was picked up by some news media, including Express, which I guess is pretty big in the UK. Alita Battle Angel 2, will there be a sequel? Alita received mixed reviews from critics, true, but fans loved it, but utilized incredible video game special effects. Well, I'd like to see a video game that looked as good as Alita did, but will there be a sequel? With Express saying that fans are desperate to see a second film come to light, which of course is true. A petition.change.org has called on the filmmakers to make a sequel, and the response has been astounding. It's reached 150,000 signatures, and the star of the film has even spoken up about her desire to reprise her role. We know Salazar said, "I'd play Alita till my last breath." Then they cover how Robert Rodriguez wanted to come back and do a sequel from a 2019 Cinema Blend interview, and about how Weta did an amazing job with the VFX, with James Cameron crafting the movies in incredible ways. Then they cover the financials of the movie, which we'll get to in a second, with the latest box office update and the cameos from Ed Norton, among others, for the movie, just setting up a sequel. Coinciding with this article and this petition reaching 150,000 signatures, Sky Cinema is now also carrying Alita Battle Angel, which will just bring more people to watch the movie and increase the fan base. Couple comments here, I thought it was brilliant, been sifting through the local tip, but no joy. And then Lex Luthor, which I guess since he's not in the Alita cinematic universe, he's never even heard of it. So here's someone who has now heard of it and they're gonna watch. So good job, Alita Army, getting this over 150,000 signatures, and now more people are going to see it in the UK. Y-Draft covered it too. Actress drops a major hint. Well, not really. I mean, this is all the same old stuff. They're trying to get clicks, but they did mention the 150,000 threshold. And then Econo Times, which seems to be doing a Alita article almost every day. I've stopped covering these altogether. But encouraging that 150,000 signatures is being covered. Now, more interesting was Heldiman 02 looking at the South Korean and Box Office Mojo data, noticing that it looked like Alita was back in theaters. And it does appear to be the case. If you look at last weekend in South Korea, we've got Alita Battle Angel coming in at number 9, which is pretty good for a movie in its 66th week. Only competing with Farewell My Concubine, which sounds interesting, in its 163rd week in South Korea. So these are the only top 10 movies that have really been released a long time ago, with South Korean cinemas, of course, now being open, at least to some amount. And I looked into this, so 20,000 added to the box office totals for Alita are good, with the cumulative total right now at 404,852,543, which I'm pretty sure is not updated, this 20,000 from Alita, because I'm pretty sure this was the number it's been all along. I can't find the source, but I'm pretty darn sure about that. I found this website from cineinkorea.com. This is apparently a movie site for foreign expats. The formatting is weird, so I apologize for that. But if you look at movies today and scroll down here, there it is, Alita Battle Angel, along with a bunch of other movies like The Martian and other things. So if you look at Alita and scroll down, you can see that today, the 17th, which is Saturday, or I guess Sunday, it's in all of these theaters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 theaters. I don't know if this is all of the theaters, but the point is that it is in theaters. There are show times for Alita for anyone in South Korea. Do go check it out and see Alita in theaters one more time. It would be amazing if it would come back here in the States as well. And John Hoots on Twitter suggests, with Alita re-released in South Korea, this could be an opening for us in the US. Should we try to trend re-release Alita, tag Cinemark AMC? And he reached out to them. When are y'all gonna re-release Alita when you guys reopen? So it'd be great if they did that, and consider once they open up that we would like to see Alita again. And you know, in the past, Cinemark has tweeted, what movie would you like to see back in theaters? This was from April 20th 2020, and I'm about to retweet this, and we'll see about Alita Army trying to get Alita back. We have some action already, and hopefully we can get more people to request Alita back in theaters. And then when we open up, it'd be great if we could get this going. Now, with everyone putting their lives on hold for some time, of course we're going to want to catch a movie. And James Cameron apparently has been watching movies as well in lockdown, and his favorite movie is apparently Resident Evil. Come on, James, it's got to be Alita. So interesting to hear about what James is into. Cameron said, one of my guilty pleasure films that I actually think is quite beautifully made is Resident Evil. Watching Michelle Rodriguez in that film moving like this feral creature is joyful. So always good to hear from James. Of course, we're waiting to see Avatar 2 once that is finally released. Hopefully there's no further delays on it. And Dune exclusive. I am actually really looking forward to Dune 2. So we'll see. Hopefully not everything is put on hold. We need some encouragement and things to look forward to, and hopefully Dune and Avatar 2 are great. And of course, what we really want is Alita 2. And this brings in something interesting. So Star Valiant tweeted a while back, I don't think Deadpool 3 is ever going to happen as long as Disney controls 20th Century Studios. That's just my opinion. And then ST said if Disney were smart, they would have just turned Emma Watts loose essentially let Emma Watts make whatever she wanted. 20th would be in the black, and we'd all have our sequels. So again, I covered this in a prior video. Emma Watts was the head of 20th Century Fox, or very high up there, involved in making decisions. She worked closely with Cameron. This is her at the Alita premiere. She was a big person to get Alita Battle Angel to be approved. She was the vice chairman at 20th Century Fox here at the time this picture was taken, and she has now left. Disney has let her go, or I guess it was a mutual decision. The thought process was that she didn't have enough editorial control. She didn't see where her future was with Disney now controlling 20th Century Studios. And this theory that Emma would have been instrumental in the Alita sequel is probably true. What's very interesting is that this tweet from Challenger was actually retweeted by Robert Liefeld. So this is what he said. There's truth in the fact that Emma had great things in store. So remember, this is a thread that said Deadpool 3 is not going to happen because Emma Watts is gone. And then this guy, Robert Liefeld, say, there's truth to this. Well, who is this guy? Well, he is the author and creator of Deadpool. So you have the creator, the author of Deadpool, retweeting a reply from a thread saying that Deadpool 3 likely is not going to happen because things like Disney controlling 20th Century Studios and Emma Watts no longer being involved. So now we have people who are involved with these decisions saying that a sequel to Deadpool, which was very successful, is likely not going to happen because of Disney's control of this. So that makes me a little bit worried about Alita's prospects going forward, and we will have to see what happens in the near term. Of course, a lot is put on hold, but long term, we're going to have to see if Disney can get its act together. And potentially, if it's not going to happen with Disney, then following Emma Watts and seeing where she goes, because she's still going to be in 2 movies, she's still going to be involved, whether that's her own studio or whatever it'll end up being. Maybe Alita could follow her with James Cameron and Emma having a good relationship. I think we're still going to have to wait for the first Avatar sequel to come out. If that does great, perhaps Disney will throw James Cameron a bone, but that's something we're going to have to wait and see. And unfortunately, it's not going to be something that just happens overnight, in my opinion. So I hope all you guys are staying safe. We'll keep you guys updated as news comes up. Of course, check out my other channel as well for some other interesting movie things and Alita content. And y'all have a great day. God bless. We'll talk to you soon. Doc out.